everybody, we have a great workout for you today. We're going to be doing some triceps, and you're going to need a pair of dice for your workout today to determine your reps for each tricep. So we're going to roll the dice before the start of the tricep. If you get any sort of doubles, it's going to be 20 total reps. And then if you roll anything outside of a double, you're going to add the numbers together, and that is going to be your reps per side. So if you roll a 5 and a 6, you're going to be doing 11 reps per side. If you roll 2 1s, if you get snake eyes, you're doing 20 reps total, so 10 per side. So it'll be really challenging. You're really going to end up pushing some of those repetitions. If you do roll something low, like say a 1 and a 3, you're doing 4 reps on each side. Really push the weight then. We want to make sure that it's still challenging for you. But I think you'll enjoy the workout. It's going to be a nice full body workout. Our first tricep, we're going to do some single leg movements. So we're going to start with a single leg squat. You're going to want to have a bench or a chair. If you have a plyo box by chance, that's a great option. Something sturdy that you can sit on, you feel comfortable squatting down to. So we're going to start from a seated position. We're going to have one foot planted firmly on the ground. You can have the heel of the other foot on the ground if you want to, or you can hold it up. I like to keep my arms out in front just for a little extra balance as I stand up and squat. So from here, we're going to push through the leg that is planted on the floor. We're going to stand up, and then from there, we want to lower ourselves back down to the box on one leg, really sitting those hips back as we squat down to the box. If you want to touch that heel down just for a little extra balance in between each rep, that's certainly an option for you, or you can leave it touching the whole time. So that'll be our single leg squat. From there, we're going to go into a single leg deadlift. So I always like to keep the weight in the hand opposite of the leg that is working. We want to still make sure we're keeping our chest proud, shoulders back, core engaged as we do this. You can leave the toe of the opposite foot touching if you want to, or you can certainly bring it up. That's up to you. So from here, we're going to work on getting those hips back, bringing that weight down in front of us, squeezing that glute as we come back up to a standing position. So as we talked about, this should always be a hip hinge movement. So getting those hips back as we do our deadlift. Again, if you want to keep that toe touching, it kind of acts as a little bit more of like a kickstand for a little better balance. So that'll be our single leg deadlift. From there, we're going to move into our push press. So we'll have weight on one side. Feet should be about hip width apart. We're going to do a small squat to really use that power from our legs to push the weight overhead. So we're not squatting down very far. It's just a small quarter squat just to get a little bit of power from our legs to push the weight overhead. Our next tricep, so before we start, you want to roll your dice, see what your reps are going to be for this tricep. We're going to do dumbbell rows, a dumbbell swing, and a reverse lunge. So for our dumbbell rows, we are going to be feet about hip width apart, hinge at the hips, bring the weights on in front of us, keeping that chest proud, squeeze the shoulder blades as we roll our weights up and back. From there, we will move into our dumbbell swing, or you can do a kettlebell swing if that's what you have available. So we're going to have our feet a little wider than hip width apart. The dumbbell should be in front of us. We're going to hinge at the hips, squeeze those glutes as we bring our hips through for our dumbbell swing. And then we're going to move into our reverse lunge. So again, you can do this with weight, you can do body weights, you can do a goblet, hold, whatever you prefer. We're going to start with feet together, hip width apart. We're going to step back with one leg, bring that knee down, and then drive through the foot that is planted, driving really through the heel of that front foot as we do our reverse lunge. From there, our last tricep isn't going to have any reps at all. This is just going to be for 30 seconds each. So we're going to start with our side plank first. that core engaged. You should really feel this along your obliques as you hold your side plank. We can always bring our legs back and do this in a modified position on our knees as well. Whatever you feel most comfortable with. From there, we're going to move into a plank. So we can either do this on our elbows. Elbows again should be directly under shoulders. Legs extended on our toes. Keeping that core nice and tight as we hold our plank. We can always bring this to the high plank position as well if you prefer. So hands under shoulders. Keeping everything in a nice straight line as we squeeze and hold our plank for 30 seconds. From there, we're going to go into the bear. So this is holding kind of that bear crawl position for 30 seconds. So we're going to be starting out on all fours. So knees should be under hips, hands should be under shoulders. We're going to just slowly bring our knees off the ground, hold ourselves on our toes, and really just keep everything nice and engaged, nice and tight as we hold this position. The closer our knees are to the ground, the harder it will be to hold yourself just slightly off the ground. So those are going to be our 3 trisets for today. We hope that you guys enjoy it. A little fun with the dice as well. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.